CDL Practice Test, California, Combination Vehicles, Part 1. Question number 1. When should you use chocks to park a trailer not equipped with spring brakes? A. Never. B. Only when it will be parked on an incline. C. Always. The correct answer is here, C. Always. Explanation. If there is a leak in the emergency air line, air will eventually leak out of the trailer air tank. If the trailer has air brakes but not spring brakes, the brakes will fail. Use chocks to prevent the trailer from rolling if its brakes fail. Question number 2. After you lock the kingpin into the fifth wheel, you should check the connection by pulling A. the tractor ahead sharply to release the trailer brakes. B. forward 50 feet, then turning right, and then left. C. the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. The correct answer is here, C. the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. Explanation. After you've backed under the trailer and locked the kingpin into the fifth wheel, raise the landing gear slightly, then with the trailer brakes still locked, gently pull the tractor forward to check that the trailer is locked onto the tractor. Question number 3. You are coupling a tractor to a semi-trailer. You have connected the air lines before backing under the trailer. You should A. pull ahead to test the glad hands connections. B. make sure that the trailer brakes are off. C. supply air to the trailer system and then pull out the air supply knob to lock the trailer brakes. The correct answer is here, C. supply air to the trailer system and then pull out the air supply knob to lock the trailer brakes. Explanation. Before backing under the trailer, check that the trailer brakes are working and then lock the trailer brakes. Once you've attached the air lines, there are a number of checks you should make. Check the glad hand seals. Make sure that the air lines won't be caught or crushed when you back under the trailer. Charge the trailer air brake system and verify that it's working without significant air loss. Then set the trailer air supply control to shut off the air and put on the trailer emergency brakes. Question number 4. To drive a triple combination vehicle, you must have A. a Class A CDL, B. a doubles triples, T. endorsement on your CDL, C. a Class A CDL with a doubles triples, T. endorsement. The correct answer is here, C. a Class A CDL with a doubles triples, T. endorsement. Explanation. To legally pull a trailer whose gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR, exceeds 10,000 pounds, you'll have to obtain a Class A CDL. To pull triples, you'll also have to obtain a doubles triples, T. endorsement on your CDL. Note, if you don't also pass a knowledge test on air brakes, your CDL will include a restriction limiting you to driving only vehicles without air brakes. Question number 5. When connecting the glad hands, press the two seals together with the couplers at what angle to each other? A. 90 degrees. B. 45 degrees. C. 180 degrees. The correct answer is here, A. 90 degrees. Explanation. When connecting the glad hands, press the two seals together with the couplers at a 90-degree angle to each other. A turn of the glad hand attached to the hose will join and lock the couplers. Question number 6. When doing an inspection, which of these would best describe a working landing gear? A. Greased well. B. Secured to the frame. C. None of these. All airlines are free of damages. D. Fully raised and not bent. The correct answer is here. D. Fully raised and not bent. Explanation. When doing an inspection, the landing gear needs to be fully raised and not bent. Question number 7. What does the tractor protection valve do? A. It protects the truck tractor from skidding. B. The tractor protection valve is another name for trailer emergency brakes, which let air out of the tractor emergency line. C. It keeps air out of the truck tractor. D. It shuts down the air supply to the trailer if there is a leak. The correct answer is here. D. It shuts down the air supply to the trailer if there is a leak. Explanation. The trailer protection valve cuts off the air supply to the trailer, in case the trailer breaks free or there is a massive air leak in the trailer. Question number 8. What type of trailers can get stuck on railroad highway crossing? A. Tank vehicles. B. Lowboys, car carriers, trailers loaded with hazardous materials. C. Any of these vehicles. D. Low slung units and single axle tractor pulling a long trailer with its landing gear set to accommodate a tandem axle tractor. The correct answer is here. D. Low slung units and single axle tractor pulling a long trailer with its landing gear set to accommodate a tandem axle tractor. Explanation. Low slung units, lowboy, car carrier, moving van, possum belly livestock trailer, and single axle tractor pulling a long trailer with its landing gear set to accommodate a tandem axle tractor stand a higher chance of getting stuck on a railroad highway crossing. Question number 9. What is the purpose of the service line? A. The service line connects the trailers to the truck tractor. B. The service line controls foot brakes or trailer handbrake. C. The service line supplies air to air tanks. D. The service line is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake and it carries air. The correct answer is here. D. The service line is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake and it carries air. Explanation. The service line, which is controlled by the foot brake or trailer handbrake, is used to carry air to the relay. The relay then applies more or less pressure to the trailer brakes. Question number 10. When you are uncoupling a loaded trailer, lower the landing gear until it A. Reaches the ground. B. Makes contact with the ground, and leave the trailer off the fifth wheel. C. Makes firm contact with the ground. The correct answer is here. C. Makes firm contact with the ground. Explanation. When uncoupling a loaded trailer, lower the landing gear until it makes firm contact with the ground. Then crank the landing gear in low gear for a few more turns, just enough to lift some weight off the tractor, but not so much that you lift the trailer off the fifth wheel. This will make it easier to unlatch the fifth wheel now and couple next time. Question number 11. Airlines on a combination vehicle are often colored to keep them from getting mixed up. The emergency line is, the service line is A. Red, blue, B. Black, yellow, C. Blue, red. The correct answers here. A. Red, blue. Explanation. To keep the airlines from being mismatched, they can be labeled with metal tags or color-coded. Blue is used for the service lines, and red is used for the emergency lines. Couple the airlines of the same color. Question number 12. How should you test the tractor semi-trailer connection for security? A. Put the tractor in gear and pull ahead with a sharp jerk. B. Pull gently forward in low gear against the locked trailer brakes, then look at it carefully. C. Rock the trailer back and forth with the trailer brakes locked. The correct answers here. B. Pull gently forward in low gear against the locked trailer brakes, then look at it carefully. Explanation. After you've backed under the trailer and locked the kingpin into the fifth wheel, raise the landing gear slightly, then with the trailer brakes still locked, gently pull the tractor forward to check that the trailer is locked onto the tractor. Question number 13. To prevent rollover, cargo should be A. Stacked as close to the front of the rig as possible. B. Stacked closest to the doors. C. Spread evenly across the rig and as low as possible. The correct answers here. C. Spread evenly across the rig and as low as possible. Explanation. More than half of truck driver deaths in accidents are the result of truck rollovers. The higher the truck's center of gravity, the more likely it is to roll over. If the cargo is to one side, it will make the trailer lean, which can also make a rollover more likely. To help prevent a rollover, spread your cargo evenly and keep it as low as possible. Drive slowly around curves and turns. Question number 14. You should not use the trailer handbrake to straighten out a jackknifing trailer, because A. The brakes on the trailer wheels cause the skid in the first place. B. The brake handle is too hard to reach. C. The brakes on the trailer wheels will not respond to the handbrake. The correct answers here. A. The brakes on the trailer wheels cause the skid in the first place. Explanation. The trailer hand valve, also known as a trolley valve or Johnson bar, controls only the trailer brakes, not the tractor brakes. If you're already jackknifing because the trailer wheel's locked up, applying the trailer brakes with the hand valve can make it even worse. Instead, stop braking. The rear wheels will start to roll again and you can steer to correct the skid. Question number 15. The air leakage rate for a combination vehicle, engine off, brakes off, should be no more than C per minute. A. 1. B. 2. C. 3. The correct answers here. C. 3. Explanation. With a fully charged air system, turn off the engine, release the parking brake, and time the air pressure drop. The loss rate should be less than 3C in 1 minute for combination vehicles. We do not add the additional second here because the brakes are released. Question number 16. A trailer is most likely to jackknife when it is A. Empty. B. Loaded to full capacity. C. Overloaded. The correct answers here. A. Empty. Explanation. The weight of a full load adds traction, An empty or lightly loaded trailer is more likely to jackknife than a fully loaded one. Question number 17. What gear should the tractor engine be in after you uncouple the trailer and are inspecting the trailer supports? A. Neutral. B. High reverse. C. Low reverse. The correct answer here. A. Neutral. Explanation. Before you inspect the trailer supports of the landing gear, secure the tractor by applying the parking brake and placing the transmission in neutral. Question number 18. Under good driving conditions, you should leave at least 1 second of space between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead for every feet of your vehicle's length. A. 30. B. 20. C. 10. The correct answer is here. C. 10. Explanation. Because sudden turns or steering adjustments can cause a large vehicle to tip over, and braking takes longer time and distance the bigger a load, you should keep a safe distance from other vehicles. Give yourself at least 1 second for every 10 feet of your truck's length, and another second if you're traveling faster than 40 miles per hour. Question number 19. If your vehicle is equipped with dummy couplers, why should you connect the glad hands to them? A. If you don't, you will never build system pressure. B. The connected brake circuit becomes a backup air tank. C. It will keep dirt and water out of the lines. The correct answer is here. C. It will keep dirt and water out of the lines. Explanation. Some vehicles are equipped with dead-end or dummy couplers. When the air lines are not connected to a trailer, connect the glad hands to the dummy couplers to keep water and dirt out of the glad hands and air lines. If your vehicle doesn't have dummy couplers, you may be able to connect the glad hands to each other. Question number 20. Trucks roll over more easily when fully loaded and are A. 2 times more likely to roll over in a crash than empty rigs. B. 10 times more likely to roll over in a crash than empty rigs. C. 5 times more likely to roll over in a crash than empty rigs. The correct answer is here. B. 10 times more likely to roll over in a crash than empty rigs. Explanation. When you stack cargo high in a trailer, you raise its center of gravity, which makes the trailer more prone to rolling over. A fully loaded tractor trailer is 10 times more likely to roll over in a crash than an empty one. Question number 21. If you do not do the final air brake check for air leaks and fix them before driving, A. Your fuel usage will increase. B. Tire pressure will drop. C. You could lose your brakes while driving. The correct answer is here. C. You could lose your brakes while driving. Explanation. On a combination vehicle, the brakes on the tractor and all trailers must work properly. If your combination vehicle is equipped with air brakes, check that air flows to all trailers and test both the trailer service brakes and the trailer emergency brakes. Question number 22. Which shutoff valve should remain closed? A. All shutoff valves should be closed. B. All shutoff valves should be open. C. Only the valves on the back of the first trailer should be closed. D. The valves at the back of the last trailer should remain closed. The correct answer is here, D. The valves at the back of the last trailer should remain closed. Explanation. All shut-off valves should be in the open position except the ones at the back of the last trailer. Question number 23. You should use chocks when parking a trailer without spring brakes because A. You don't want the trailer rolling down a hill. B. Some states require chocking of trailer wheels. C. If the air supply leaks away, there will be no brakes. The correct answer is here, C. If the air supply leaks away, there will be no brakes. Explanation. If the trailer lacks spring brakes, make sure you chock the wheels whenever you park. If air pressure leaks away, the trailer's brakes will fail. Without chocks, the trailer could roll away. Question number 24. If your test of the tractor protection valve is successful, A. The parking brake valve will pop out. B. The low air pressure warning signal will come on. C. The tractor protection valve control, trailer air supply control, will pop out or go from normal to emergency. The correct answer is here, C. The tractor protection valve control, trailer air supply control, will pop out or go from normal to emergency. Explanation. When you test the tractor protection valve, the tractor protection valve control, also called the trailer air supply control, should pop out or go from the normal to the emergency position. This shows that the tractor protection valve is closed automatically to keep the air pressure from falling too far. Question number 25. Which type of truck trailer combination has the greatest chance of a crack the whip rollover? A. A tractor pulling two trailers. B. A single tractor trailer. C. A tractor pulling three trailers. The correct answer is here, C. A tractor pulling three trailers. Explanation. The last trailer of a triple is 3.5 times more likely to roll over than a 5-axle tractor. This is known as the crack the whip effect. When pulling a triple, increase your following distance, avoid sudden moves, and steer gently. At night, don't drive faster than your headlight range.